Hey guys, Infidel 1258 here. This morning we're going to get into some reward openings for my main account. We're also going to do some bargain hunting in the Peakmonsters account. Got a few cards I need to max out or at least get to the next level. As I've told you guys before, you always got to find those breakpoints with your monsters. If the next level is going to give you a pivotal extra hit point or an extra ability, you have to look for those and isolate those opportunities to increase the power of your deck. Because of course you can't buy every card all the time. So focusing on certain cards that are going to improve the power of your overall monster power, not your collection power, but the ability and utility of your deck, that's going to help you grow faster. So that's what we're doing today. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Dwayne. Go by MPL 1258. Splinterlands all day, every day, change my. So if that sounds interesting, stick around, like and subscribe. Get into it. Okay, so I was looking around the Peakmonsters website this morning, and I do this most days because I'm always looking for deals. If you're serious about Splinterlands, you should too, because sometimes there's amazing opportunities. The other day I pointed out to you guys that gold foil Varicalacia was an amazing deal, especially for the bronze level. For all you guys that need power to climb into silver or at least into high bronze, that was an amazing opportunity. It was $50 or something for 5,000 or for 2,000 power. So you got to stay in here, and you're gonna find opportunity. This morning I didn't find anything earth shattering. It seems to me like right now gold and silver versions of cards are relatively appropriately priced, at least from the common, rare, and epic level. I didn't check legendary, so it's certainly possible if you came in and looked through the legendary, you might find some really great deals at a gold foil level as compared to the regular foil. That's important. What am I talking about? Well, when you look at, for instance, Jin Renova, which is an epic life monster, you have to compare it to its gold foil version of itself. We can go over to Jin Renova, we can go gold. We can see Jin Renova gold goes for about 83 bucks, 85 bucks kind of roughly. And Jin Renova normal foil goes for about $3.25, $3.40. If you just divide the bigger number by the smaller number, you're going to find how many multiplications, like how much more you have to spend really to get the gold foil version. And sometimes it's an amazing deal when you take into consideration the power, because the gold foil offers way more power. 2,500 collection power for one gold foil from Renova, 100 for one regular foil. So you have to do that math and figure out which is going to give me more power. Sometimes there's great opportunities. This morning I found that really they're all appropriately priced. You know, the gold foil is roughly 25 times, and so there's no advantage to buying that gold foil in this case today, but there often is. And so get in here regularly, guys, and while after I go through my morning kind of routine of checking to see if there's any big discounts, the next step is, if I have a little bit of money that I want to spend, and today we have about 25 bucks, 23 bucks, I'm gonna look at my own deck and I'm gonna see which cards am I missing. And that's what the next step we're going to talk about here, and then we're going to get into our rewards and we'll do battles to finish. Okay, so let's go look at my deck, see what I'm missing. So right now I'm specifically searching for reward cards because of all the cards on the marketplace, these are the cheapest cards available today. You know, yes, there's lots of alpha cards I'm missing, there's tons of beta cards I'm missing, but they're so expensive right now. For me, the best investment, long-term perspective, and to build the power of my deck is to focus on reward cards. They're currently being printed. I can often get them for affordable prices. Let's look. Which ones do I miss? Under rewards, I have a maxed out Venari Heatsmith. Great. My Exploding Rats is not full. If I come in here and I add them all together and I say I need 17 more Exploding Rats, get the level 8, which would be a max copy. what would level 8 do for me? It would give me True Strike. That's great. I do want that. But think about it. At level 7, he's got 7 speed at the current level I'm using, which is level 7. My monster has 7 speed. It's very, very fast. So the likelihood that he's going to miss in a natural battle without True Strike is pretty low. It's not impossible, but it's pretty low. So I'm not particularly excited about this disadvantage, next ability. Does level 8 give me any other abilities? No. Melee the same, speed the same, no armor, 1 hit point, no other abilities. So I'm just going to wait until I earn that. I need 17 more copies. I'm going to wait until I get those by playing. About lava launcher. Okay, so I can max them out right now. How many copies do I need? 46. So I need 46 copies to get a max version. And as you can see, I've got one card with 32, one 31, and one. So they don't you have to be careful when you're merging cards, guys. You have to merge cards to increase their power level, but then you don't want to mix two copies that are going to push you beyond the maximum, because that's not going to help you. With an epic monster like Lava Launcher, you need 46 BCX to make a perfect level 6. That's all I want is 46 copies, 46 BCX to be into that new card. I don't want 47, I don't want 60. Those are all wasted BCX. Those are cards I'm burning for no purpose at all, and they will never be recoverable. Once you merge cards, they can never be unmerged. So really important to be cognizant of that fact so that you're not wasting money. So I don't want to come in here and grab this guy with 32 and this guy with 31 and go ahead and merge them. If I combine those cards, it's going to be 63 BCX. It's going to be way more than I need. As a result, I don't have the appropriate cards to make a max level Lava Launcher. I can merge these two. That might be a good idea. What would that do for me? I would be 6 shy of the next level. So we could come in here. Maybe we could buy 6 of these. Well, we certainly can afford that, but should we? Go back to my cards and we'll look at the stats here. So right now, I have a level 5 essentially. I have 4 archery, 3 speed, 7 armor, 6 hearts, close range and stun. The next level, and I'm gonna need to spend all my money, 20 bucks on that, would give me 1 extra archery damage. That's great, but for all my money, I'd rather keep looking for now and just be aware that that's something I still need. And again, just like the exploding rats, I want this, but just not right now. And remember, I'm going to earn these cards occasionally for free while I play the game, maybe later today in this very video when we unlock today's loot chest. So we're going to keep looking, and we do this regularly. You know, not every day, but we go through maybe once a week and we assess our deck and we see where can we improve it, what improvements are going to be most meaningful. And then that's how you're going to get really good at the game, and your deck's going to get much better. So I need 64 copies of this guy. 4 copies. That would give me, that's pretty meaningful. It'd be 1 more melee damage. I gotta think about that. That might be that's a big difference. 1 more melee is a big difference. Look, this guy has 29 copies, $4.80. I feel like that's probably but it's not so cheap that I have to have it now. You see, how do I decide that? Look, the BCX price, 17 cents per copy. 17 cents times 29 copies equals that much. But look, there's a ton of cards for 17 cents. These are all 18 cents. Now, finally we're into the 18 cents. So there's a ton of cards. I don't need to rush. I don't need to click this and click buy. If this was 30 cents, sorry, if this was 30% cheaper than all of these other cards, I'd have to act quick because someone else might see that deal. And 30% is kind of, for me, a magic number where if it's that much cheaper, even if I don't really want it like now, I will buy it because it's just unusually cheap. And I like those opportunities. Even if it's a card I don't perhaps love, I just understand that these will appreciate, and I'll buy cards that I don't personally love because I expect them to appreciate due to their deflationary. So this is a great card. That's a decent price. If you need this card, come in here and buy that. But I'm willing to wait on that. Go back to my cards, click on forward because I there. Venari Heat Wavesmith. This would be a really big. Oh, am I? No, I'm not. We need 115 copies of this. A lot of copies. This card is not cheap. This is a card that I think if I don't act quickly and start adding to my Venari Wavesmith count, I might never get to 100. Because, like I said, you can't, not even people like me with deeper pockets perhaps than you, can't afford to buy every card to max level all the time. And then in addition to that, I want extra copies of these, more than the max level, so that I can sell them in future. This is an amazing card, and I keep telling you it's very powerful at low levels because it's got the protect even at level. So I love it, and I need more of it. And I'm currently only at like 55-ish, 60. So I need, if I bought 5 more copies right now, it would push me to the next level. That's something we should really, really strongly consider right now. But they are $3.30 each. But I'm confident it's not going to get any cheaper. So I want this, but I need to see what level I'm at and what that would do. Look, we're at level 5. We would be talking about going to level 6. What would that do? Level 5 has 2 magic, 3 speed, 3 hearts, protect and dispel. Level 6 would give me 1 extra heart. This is where it's really hard. I want that upgrade, and I more importantly really want to get the 115 eventually. I want to keep working toward that 115 total that I need to get the max level Venari Wavesmith. I think this card is very much worth it. I think this card is meta. I think this card is an important water deck card, and at level 8 it's going to give you 3 magic damage, 4 speed, and 4 hearts, plus the protect itself. I think it's an extremely powerful card at that level, and I play at a higher level, so that's important to me. However, can I use the $23 that I've got right now more effectively in this minute, in this moment? Because again, it's only going to give me 1 more heart. What I can accomplish today with this card is essentially get myself 1 more heart, and that's going to cost all my. I'm going to put that aside and say, not right now. Let's see if we can improve the deck more meaningfully. Axe Master. Again, just like the lava launcher, I have maybe not enough. I have almost enough to get a top level. Like that's 42, 44. I need 2 more copies of this card. They're up to 13 bucks. These were like $7 when I last looked. See, this is what happens, guys. Cards that are really, really pivotal, and this card absolutely is going to get more expensive. Now, don't take that as an endorsement that if you buy 20 copies today, tomorrow you'll be rich. This could go down to 5 in the next 6 months, and then you might be like, oh, why did I do that? But in the next 2 years, to me, this card is a slam dunk. So I want it. I want way more copies. But again, all I can do today is probably buy 1 copy of this. Is that the meaningful purchase that I want to do? Is that the thing that's going to move the needle for me right now to improve the power of my deck right now? No, it's not. As much as that's a great investment, as much as I love this card, as much as I want to get 46 copies so I can come up here and get Cripple, which will change this card's power drastically. Look at what that would do. With Double Strike and Cripple, you're not only going to do 6 damage a turn, you're going to cripple whoever you're hitting, taking away 2 of their potential body points. This card is so broken that if you don't have a copy, at least 1 copy, or whatever level you're playing, you need 1 copy. But close range makes this thing so much more powerful, and Cripple makes this thing just absolutely broken, so overpowered. Okay, but again, that doesn't mean I'm rushing out and buying another copy right now. I'm not, because it isn't going to move the needle for me today. I can't buy the 2 copies I need, so I'm not going to get the Cripple I want. So I'm not even going to bother. Plus, I'm delegating out 3 of my copies. So in the short term, it does nothing for me. We keep looking. Janice would be great, but he's too expensive. $47. My buddy Matt the other day, doing some coaching with him, and you know, this is the card. Like if you're just getting started, you need one of these. Yes, it's $50. It was 40 then. It's gone up 25%. Couple days, Matt. Good for you. But also, this card is absolutely game-changing. It's a carry card at this bronze level. This card has too many hit points at level 1. It has too much speed. It has void. It has 2 magic damage. If you're running it with like Alrek, it is by itself a carry card at bronze, and even in silver it's very powerful. So it's an essential card. I don't have the money to go and buy 10 copies of it. So moving on. I have a max copy Fire Mage. That's important to me. It's not one of the rewards. I thought it was one of the new rewards per second. And this might feel kind of drawn out to you. If this isn't for you, understand that this is what it takes to really improve your deck quality. I don't just randomly buy cards. I buy cards that fit into a particular niche and help my deck grow in strength and utility. And that's how I got from bronze to champion. And that's how I've consistently been. You know, I win leagues. I compete at a high level. I have a lot of fun and I earn a ton. So again, if it's not exciting, I understand. Perhaps this channel or this content isn't for you. Got tons of other videos too if you want to learn other things, but this is what we're focused on here because I think it's going to help a ton of you identify issues with your own deck, because this is the thoughtfulness that you need to bring to it in order to really identify. You have to understand your own weaknesses, and in order to answer those problems and give solutions to those problems. And occasionally too, when I'm doing this, I'll be like, oh yeah, I have 2 of these orc splitters, and it's not really helpful to have 1 orc splitter alpha and 1 beta. Maybe I could sell this. I'll pop in here and I'll see what they're going for. I can tell it's not worth it. I'd rather hold it. Sale. Yeah, $2. Honestly, it's a really great price for this card, in my opinion, as a buy. But like, see, why do I say that? Orc Splitter is an amazing card. It's super great at higher levels. It has the Retaliate and the Enrage, so it's an absolute destroyer. On matches where it's like Equalizer, or where magic hits armor, the card can be so devastating because it gets extra longevity, extra life. And then again, like I said, if the price of the lowest card is 30% less than the next card, I get really interested. We're talking $2 per BCX versus $3 per BCX. That's 30% cheaper. That to me is a bargain, and I would love to buy that, but I don't have $230 to kick it. And that would just be an investment because I already have the card. But remember, if you're planning to use lands, and I am, then you can put monsters to work on those lands, and betas will garner extra bonuses. So will alphas. Mercenary, I'm already full, so I'm going to keep looking. Harvester is a card that I love, and I think I should buy more copies of. But again, we already have a max copy, so we're trying to improve the deck, not just invest for the future. Benari Seedsmith is a card I need. So 9 more copies would give me the next level 4. Level 4 would give me 1 more magic or 1 more archery damage, which is pretty big. Poison is really where it gets serious. So level 5 is where if you're targeting certain cards with certain levels, maybe you can't afford to get max level of these cards. For this card, level 5 is a game changer. Introduces poison. It has the 3 archery damage. It doesn't compete with level 8, but if you're on a budget, level 5 is going to really improve your archery game with Splinter. Of course, then you can maybe dream or drive or set a goal to get to level 8 eventually. But for me, gonna keep looking. Because I can't buy enough to get to that poison. I'm just gonna... I have enough Jin Bilkas with my combined accounts. And I like this card at level 3. At level 3, this card gives you 2 magic damage, 1 speed, 2 hearts, camouflage, void, and weaken. The next level up gives you 1 more magic damage. Of course, that's awesome, but understand that if this guy was shooting at a magic reflect monster, enemy that had magic reflect, he would kill himself if he had 3 magic damage, because he would do 2 back to himself, right? And 2 with a void is still 1, which means in 2 turns he's gonna... I don't like that. I actually prefer him doing 2 damage, which is still pretty good, and he's not going to take any damage, even when magic reflect sends damage back, because... Okay, next Splinter. Okay, I got my max Pellicor Conjurer. I don't have a max Venari Crystal Smith. And this is the card that I really think is necessary. Absolutely necessary. We might need to see if we can do this. 17 copies of that. We got level 6. We can go all the way to level 8, I think. If I read that right. There'd be 1 more archery damage. Or a heart. That's a big deal. But I'm so close. I'm so close to being... Like, I've already got... like 90 copies of that. I think I've got 88 copies or 88 copies. I've got a lot. I'm almost full. So what that tells me is I will be able to earn enough of them just by playing the game for the next few months, that I don't need to panic on that one. I want to keep going. I might come back and grab that, but oh yeah, Jin Renova. This one to me is absolutely, I must have it. Level 6 with the 4 magic instead of 3 is huge, huge difference. And then it's same on every other aspect, but this card, I love this card. I love the artwork. It's just one of my favorites. And the 4 magic. So I think this card's it's gonna get more and more expensive. I'm pretty convinced of that. So I really want to buy 2 more today if I can, because I earlier looking at my cards, I saw that I need 2 more to get to level 5. 2 more to level 5. And then I would still need 14 more. The same problem. Because if I buy those 2, it's going to put me no better off. You see what I mean? Right now, at level 4, it's 3 hearts and 6 hearts and 3 damage. And it's the exact same at level 5. So that's not money. As much as I want that card, it's not going to help my decks. That one hurts me actually, because I'm particularly smitten with that card. Pellicor Deceiver Max. Wait, that's a big difference. Max Cup, not a new reward card. Yes, I want that, but again, it's too. Ooh, the bones. Copies. Oh, we need 10 copies and we can afford it. We're gonna get it. We're gonna. Doesn't make, gives 1 more speed. Very underwhelming. We afford 35 copies. No, card I want, but again, today, Mark Law. All the way up to $23 now, guys. This was at $7 the other day. You guys were selling this for $7. No? I hope this is starting to sink in. We're gonna keep covering it until it does. Dragon now. Got my Naga. My Basilisk isn't max. Can be. What would that do for me? Gives me one. Oh. Gotta be careful again. You don't want to give too many copies. Yeah, I'm making sure I did exactly the number, not more, less. Got a maximal Twilight Basilisk. This is one of the most powerful 4-cost dragon cards. It's an amazing card. The utility that this offers my deck, being able to play with any splinter at all, with the stun, the reach, the three melee, the 4 speed, the armor, and the hearts. This is better than the Manticore in my opinion. Done. Yeah, Manticore has thorns and that's great, but I always thought, why is thorns good in this position? Not. And so, you know, this Manticore, maybe it ends up being, when you play Dragon in a low mana match, maybe you put Manticore in the first position and put Basilisk second position. 8 cost for 2 good tanks, first and second tank. Thorns in the front, you're gonna get flight, you're gonna get stun in the second. That's a good little combo to me. But it never really made a lot of sense at level Manticore in the second position to me. Yes, for 4 mana cost, I played it a lot, and it's a good card, but the thorns just felt out of place. Kryptonite Mystic is a card I'd like to max out, but it's too expensive. Walla is another card I'd like to max out. 450. See what we could do. 5 copies. We could afford 5 copies. What would that do for us? Level 4. There's Enrage is a big difference. It's a really big difference. It's a really big difference. That's right now, that's what we're gonna do if we don't find, and assuming we can. Devil. Lion is maxed out. Devil. 15 copies of that. What did that do? We have to look. Archery damage. Big deal. This will be our second plan if we can't. Gonna check out the. Right now we're gonna try and max out Dragon. Not max out. But 5 we need. Right, we need 5. See if we can do it. Think so. Yes, got it. Awesome. That's a big difference. So it took probably 20-30 minutes there, but I'm renewing my knowledge over my deck. Like I'm gaining an increased understanding of how my deck has grown over the last couple months or the last couple weeks, and I'm seeing where the holes are. I'm seeing what's cheap, and I'm improving the utility and the power of my deck in the most effective way that I can possibly see. And yeah, I could have found a good beta card or a good alpha card that was on sale. That's another way to do it, to look for cards that you don't even have at all. But that takes usually more money. With the way I just did today is one of the cheapest ways, because you're looking at modern reward cards that are currently being printed. They're usually the cheapest things you can purchase out there that are going to move the deck. That's what I did there. I hope that's helpful to you. Now we are going to open our reward cards. We upgrade Jin here. Open our reward cards. We'll play a couple of battles. Okay, love it. Engage is a big deal. Okay. We already have it queued up, so we'll go ahead and claim it. Then we'll get a gold foil. Gold foils. I haven't got any gold foils recently. Nice. Nice. 3 rares. Ton of cards. Love it. Okay. More Bonesmith, one more Venari Wavesmith, or Naga Assassin. Throw it on the pile. It's a good one. Okay, and we're gonna try and win 2 here. We're claiming about 100 DEC per win right now, so with the price of DEC, it's like $1.50 per win, guys. You're not playing this game right now. Could be. So much going on, and Chaos Legion's around the corner. So much going on. Floating Rats is not going to attack from the second position, so I need to think strongly about maybe removing. But I've put Exploding Dwarf in the first because of the equalizer, but Exploding Rats in the second because it turns into so much more in these equalizer matches. And Dwarf will probably die, so worth considering. Need to have. I don't usually expect sneak attacks in equalizer matches because why would somebody throw sneak attackers at the rear end to hit because sneak attack, the whole thing is you want to get the vulnerable people who are at the back end. But in equalizer matches, there is no vulnerable back end. So that's why I usually build my deck in such a way where it's focused at the front. Like I put the Beetle Queen, who's a healer, at the very rear, expecting her to be able to heal everyone, expecting that she'll be safe, expecting that no one will opportunity attack her, and probably no one will attack her. I might be wrong, but it just feels like it makes more sense because, you know, in this context, if you were to put a sneak attacker, one sneak attacker, you're going to slam into a Beetle Queen who's got probably 8 hit points because of the equalizer, and it's just going to take you 2 or 3 turns to kill one monster at the back end. And with 21 mana, you don't have, not like you have 50 mana, so you can throw 30 to a sneak attack and 20 for a front end. I hope that makes sense. I'm willing to pull out the, maybe throw in the Magma Troll, maybe the Goblin Fire Mage, maybe Tower Griffin. Ooh, Tower Griffin. Why? Because it'll give me the shields, then it'll ultimately allow the Flame Monkey to armor repair on my dwarf. So I've got now a repair on my dwarf, and I also have a heal on my dwarf. Plus it's 2 magic damage. Okay. Now, magic is a problem for me, but if I can land my first shot, which is not a guarantee, he has both flight and dodge. But if I land my first shot, he's going to have double fortify. Right? Because he's going to have double fortify. We'll see. It's going to come down to whether or not Dwarf hits his shots, whether or not Dwarf gets any retaliates. And he does do a sneak attack play, but again, you'll see the sneak attack's just not going to help him. He's going to win or lose because of these magic monsters and his fortifies. And I'm going to win or lose because of Dwarf. Please hit. Big hit. Now I need to retaliate. He needs to hit me and I need to retaliate. Oh, can't believe I hit all 4 of those. I guess I hit my magic, but Tower Griffin. Retaliate. Okay. Okay. Maybe all I needed. Maybe all. So I'm only doing 4 damage per turn. He's healing enough. Okay, now that Monkey's in the front, we're doing 6 damage. Heals. Block now. We can heal through. So watch. 82 DEC. Price of DEC right now. Price of DEC. Bitcoin 56 thou. DEC 1.38. So 1.4 cents per DEC. 80 times 0.01. Buck 12 for that. You can win 15, 20 times a day. 15 or 20 US dollars a day playing a video game at diamond level. Actually, to look to try and prove a point, I'm going to queue up one of my battles over here. We're going to see what this will win. This is at silver. See how many DC that pulls out. I gotta pause it. Melee from anywhere. Ooh, so many good monsters. Okay, Undead Minotaur is an amazing monster. Actually, fully shield and tons of armor. Could throw in Dark One. Action, I get Undead Rex for this down in Temple. Pellicore Deceiver for the backfire damage. I could try the new Chihuahua. You know what, let's give Chihuahua his. Who to pull out though? These guys are all too devastating. Okay, we'll do Chihuahua on the back end. Thorns damage. In case he does a sneaker. I'm tempted to pull out Pegasus and try and go more melee focused. Like I put Nightmare in. Go. So now let's just watch this one. This is silver level DE Cunningham. If I went. Oh. Skip the results, but that's okay. I'm gonna prove a point here. How many DC do you get? Get 20 DC to win at silver. 20 DC. .014. That's 28 US cents per victory, and you can win 15 or 20 times a day. All 15. You're talking $4.20 per day to play a video game that costs you $10 to buy an account in. Play Splinterlands, get involved. Links in the description. Comment. Tell me if you sign up. Watch this one and we're gonna call it. So this again is Infidel 1258, and do my second one in a row. Remember, the conditions included melee from any position. Summoners had no impact. I'm interested that he picked Dwarven Wizard. Great card, but in this context, it feels weird. My Void defense is helpful. Oh, double, triple miss? Kidding me? What is going on right now? I think I just missed 6 times. Double stun me. Working out. But still are in the driver's seat, even though we're missing everything. Cool. So again, it'll probably be 80, 90 DC, right? 93 DEC, another almost $1.30 US. Guys, if you don't play the game, you should. And the whole beginning of this video really shows you how you can build that deck and how you can increase that utility and power. I hope you're following along. I hope this is valuable to you. I hope you're interested, and thank you so much for all the subscriptions. I see the channel. We're almost at 4,000. Crazy. And I appreciate it. It's nuts. So let's keep doing it. Keep growing it. The tournament, the TNA tournament number 2 is up. Peek at that and then call it. TNA tournament. Right here. Only 42 players signed up right now. I should get out there. 35 DEC. Not much. Like I just showed you in silver, I got 20 DEC per win. You don't have 35 DEC that you can throw at a tourney and then have an opportunity to come join the guild. And I know most of you aren't in guilds, so get out there, get signed up, and come on out. And for the top 5 of last tourney, you know, we didn't have the link set up in the thing, but we're gonna have the Discord link set up, and you guys can just message us directly afterwards, and then we'll add you. So it'll be a little bit cleaner next time. For the top 5, thanks for everything you did, and I want to hear from you in Discord at infidel1258. Guys, for your time and attention. Day. God bless.